Hey everyone, welcome to the Overly Subjective Podcast. This is your host Jesse. I'm joined by Hewitt,
Hello, how are y'all doing?
and of course I'm joined by Mr. Grumpy himself, Landon.
Oh, thanks. Hello.
We are your official Nintendo shill podcast, Nintendo Switch shill podcast here. We're gonna do another one. I think consists of some Switch news. I think that's just because it's like in the internet zeitgeist right now. So the big news about the Nintendo Switch is it was actually canceled. Did you guys hear the news?
Oh yeah, totally bummed out. Like, I went and burned a couple fields after I heard that, and asked Nintendo to see if I could get a refund.
I took a shit on my Wii U and threw it at their doorstep.
You drove to Nintendo of America and threw it at the doorstep?
Nintendo of Canada. Yeah,
I don't think that's a thing, dude.
of course it is.
Just kidding, Nintendo Switch isn't cancelled. However, it is getting better, and for everyone who was naysaying the Switch with your presentation, which I thought was okay, everyone was shitting on that. But it seems to be like it seems like it's turning out to be the indie darling console. Like, am I wrong here? That's what I've kind of been feeling.
Yeah, definitely. And to be honest, I am not entirely sure how I like that. Because when I think about an indie console, I think about the PS Vita.
Oh, here we go.
The Vita and the Ouya.
Yep, and we know how those went.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of indie titles being announced. We haven't really seen too many AAA titles. I think that's just because the indie titles we are hearing about are being ported over, and it's got to be easier for them to do that for an indie game than it is to like organize 1,000 people to take your game into different consoles, like in the AAA studios. Just a guess. That's what I would. That's why I would say we're seeing more indie games than AAA's.
Yeah, well, AAA's take a lot longer to develop, also.
That is very true. I mean, but the thing is, it's just yet again, like Jesse said, even though it takes a long time to develop, at least people are willing to port it over. Like, it does take some effort to do so.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to the indie stuff. I mean, I don't think it'll be a Vita just because it's Nintendo. But I don't know, man.
I think indie developers are just taking advantage of the hype train.
Well, there's no hype train. The Nintendo Switch comes out in 3 days, and I'm totally relaxed.
I mean, if you had a game that you could easily port over to the Switch, why wouldn't you? I don't think they're going to be, overwhelmingly the standard of the system. I mean, it's way too early to tell that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Any of the titles seem like games that you guys would want to play?
Like of the indie ones?
Yeah, just like taking a look at the list. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the list or not.
I haven't seen the full list, but the ones I know about, like Binding of Isaac and Shovel Knight and stuff like that. I know I'm interested in those. Yeah, I'll check it. I'll take a look at that. What have you been interested in from you seen?
Well, I mean, of course, like you said, the usual Shovel Knight and stuff. But they also announced Stardew Valley for it, which I know you guys have been playing lately.
We've been playing. I think myself, I've played 30 hours last week of Stardew Valley. Playing it at work. It's perfect for work. Playing it at home. Yeah, I don't know. Jeff just started playing it, and I figured, well, now would be a good chance to check out some of the new stuff that Concerned Ape added. And it turns out that the 1 year anniversary was on the 27th, so it kind of started playing it exactly a year from when I last played it.
I did not get too into Stardew. Like, I really liked it. I thought it was a cool game, but I never really got that into it. And seeing it on the Switch, I'm like, well, it seems like a perfect portable game to play. So I'm gonna wait for that.
Well, the controller scheme really works well with the Switch or with the controller on the PC. I think it would be an awesome game on Switch. In fact, I'll probably buy it again for the Switch. I know, Landon would. I know you've been playing a lot of Stardew too. What do you think of that?
I think it's a good idea. Good platform to be on. I think I heard somewhere that the Nintendo Switch is gonna be the first console to have the multiplayer when they add it.
Oh, really? That's actually interesting.
Probably other than PC.
And they're also coming out with like Hollow Knight, which I don't know. I've seen on the Twitch like top charts lately, every now and then. I don't know if that just came out recently or if that was something.
Yeah, I think it just came out. My buddy I was watching him play, and it looks really like visually. The aesthetic is really nice, and the gameplay looked pretty tight like a tiger. I haven't actually played it myself, though. It looks fun.
It's like a Metroid style game, right?
Yeah, it's a Metroidvania type game. See, I don't know why I didn't think of this, but ukulele, obviously super excited for. Any Banjo-Kazooie Rare fan should be interested in that for sure. If you don't know, it's like some of the old school Rare developers that worked on Banjo-Kazooie and that type of stuff actually are working on ukulele, so definitely check that out. So yeah, this week playing Stardew Valley, we've been playing a little Tales of Berseria, which just got a little bit further into it, but I'm still interested. And Velvet, that's her name, right? That's like, I hope I'm right about that. The main protagonist, the chick.
Yes, the main girl.
Yeah,
I don't know. So I was playing a little more with that, and then like starts letting you switch between characters, and then I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I just kind of want to play the main character.
Yeah, I haven't got that far. I think I'm close to that though, because I'm starting to get people in my party, and they kind of just show up in the battles, but I haven't switched around yet. Does it force you to switch?
No, it doesn't. You don't have to. It's just something you can choose to. Oh wait, I'm looking at this list right now. So it's just going somewhere else. But Terraria is also coming out on the Switch too.
Yeah, I think Overworld should be coming out. Like, this is just a guess, but I would expect Terraria Overworld to be released on the Switch too.
You guys know how much we love Terraria.
We are all like 100 plus hours in that. Probably 200 plus.
If Terraria Overworld, or it's Otherworld, I think, ever comes out, that is.
You will have to see. I mean, how long has it been development for?
Oh my god, I don't even know. Like,
well, Terraria's kind of special because they have like officially stopped supporting it a couple times, and then they just come back to it.
Well, like some people who worked on Terraria moved on and are working on Overworld, and then I don't know, a couple people are left doing little updates here and there. I wouldn't buy Terraria again just because I've played it to death. But Otherworld, I'm really excited for. Even the little bit that they've shown.
Considering the fact that I've already bought Terraria twice, I bought it on my PS Vita as well. I don't know.
Well, I bought it for $2, so I think I'll buy it again because the game deserves more of my money, and I'm not concerned about giving it to the right people.
$2? Like... When did you buy it?
I don't know. I bought it after you all bought it, and I must have got it on a sale because it was cheap. It's been $2 a couple times. I've also purchased it for other people too.
That's like less than a freaking McDonald's meal. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Looks like Overcooked is coming to the Switch too. That's a super duper fun time game, local co-op. If you want to ruin all ties with your friends and just generally have your crumbling relationships just destroyed, then play Overcooked. It's fantastic. Snake Pass, that looked pretty cool. It's like a physics-based platformer game with a snake. You play a snake. Fast RMX. Oh yeah, here's something I want to talk about. Fast RMX and what was the other one? Oh my god. Well, Fast RMX and another one coming for the Switch. Obviously, are only gonna be $20.
Oh, Snipper Clips.
Snipper Clips, yeah. Snipper Clips and Fast RMX, $20. So I think I'm gonna buy both of those. That's like a perfect price point for those games. Delicious.
Yes, I heard Fast RMX is actually pretty good. It's harks back to the F-Zero days, and but also has a lot of innovative what should I call it, gameplay on it.
I'm not usually into racing games, but what I've seen of that, it looks pretty rad, man.
Yeah, you have to like switch colors and stuff depending on like the boost pad you're on, and it seems pretty cool.
Oh, really? So it's kind of like a Ikaruga type thing in there. Let's see, it looks like Redout is also coming out. That's another F-Zero type game. That's on PC right now. It actually supports VR.
What is this? EA Playgrounds?
What is that? EA Playgrounds?
NBA Playgrounds.
Oh god. Isn't that like in like street basketball?
Probably. I wonder how they chose this list of games. Like another one that would have been good and I don't see on here is what is that one called? It was like it was 2D side scroller hack and slash. You could like rebirth or something like that. Every time you and I forget what it was called. My goodness. It was an indie game and it came out on the Vita as well. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it doesn't sound familiar to me.
Whatever, I'll look it up at some point.
I watched the trailer for that Flipping Death game.
What is that about?
It's like those games where, like Gina Sisters. You ever hear that?
Yeah, I know what Gina Sisters. I know what that is.
Gina Sisters was a ripoff of Mario way back in the day, but they recently redid it, and it has this mechanic where you flip the world, kind of like you press a button and everything goes from light and happy to evil and dark.
When you said flipping death, I saw in my mind people flipping tables,
or just like flipping off death, like giving him the finger.
So Flipping Death, if you look at the trailer, it looks like it has that mechanic, but also it's in the style of like a Tim Burton, like Halloween, that movie, or Night Before Christmas. That's the movie.
Yeah. Night Before Christmas? Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah. Is that the title? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyways, it looks really good and kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know if it's been anywhere before, but it looks good.
Never heard of it. There's like a couple games on this list that I've never heard of. But oh my gosh, just suddenly the name came up into my mind. Rogue Legacy. There we go.
Oh, Rogue Legacy. Yeah, I love Rogue Legacy, man. Why did I not remember the rebirth thing? If you said like if you include like ancestors in there or something, I would have might have gotten it.
I actually never played it.
Dude, I love that game. It's so good. That's coming for the Switch? Or you said it should be.
Yeah, it should be coming out for the Switch because that seems like a perfect game for it.
Fucking Thumper is coming out on the Switch.
I haven't played it, but I've heard really good things about it.
That's a really cool game, man. Everybody
should cool and weird, yeah. Like that also supports VR too.
The problem is, like, all these games cost money. I wish I had the money to buy all of them.
Yeah.
Just, to play them. Should just all become game testers or like game reviewers. Have them send us free games.
If anyone listening to this is a game developer and you want us to test your game, just send it to mapleoverbacon@gmail.com. Yeah, I love how the Switch, when it was first announced, it went from like, oh my god, shit tier games coming out at launch, and now like from that presentation until this day, it's just been a trickle of games that are being released, games that are being ported, new games that are being made. It's like, I want to just yell like I told you so from like the top of a building.
But the launch lineup is still, other than Breath of the Wild,
other than Zelda. I would agree, but there are a lot of. I don't think everyone gets hung up on the launch thing. And sure, it's important, and we are considered early adopters, so I guess it really wouldn't matter to us because we were gonna get it anyways. So I don't know. It's a tough little bias there, to be honest.
It has Zelda, which is heralded as the best Zelda game since Ocarina of Time. What more do you need?
Zelda, never heard of it.
New phone, who this?
I'm trying to forget about this awesome Zelda game. God damn it. 3 days. Oh my god. Does anyone have like cryogenic sleep chamber of some sort? Just for 3
Fall
days.
asleep.
That's why I've been playing Stardew Valley so much. I'm just trying to get Zelda out of my head and just kill the time as fast as possible.
Well, especially considering that there are a ton of leaks out there, man. You should just try and forget about Zelda like us, because you were gonna stumble on something and you're gonna regret it. I know, Landon, you've hit a couple things that you regret seeing.
Yeah, I was watching like everybody who got Zelda already. They're allowed to put up like a 15-minute video of just exploring, and they have this big list of shit they're not allowed to talk about or show. And I thought, of course, I'll be safe watching it now because it's only 15 minutes and they're not allowed to show a lot of shit. What could they possibly spoil? But turns out there's a lot of little things that you wouldn't think would be spoilers, but those people show, not realizing that it's totally like you should experience that for the first time when you're playing it, not in a video.
You know, and there was also that Zelda leak. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Like, Nintendo had some files for Zelda on their server, and people got access to it, and they actually leaked a bunch of images. They also leaked a bunch of, and people actually were able to pirate the game for the Wii U, and people started streaming it on YouTube.
What? I heard the Wii U disc was leaked and it was being data mined. I didn't know it was like from Nintendo themselves.
I'm pretty sure from the article that I was reading, it was leaked from Nintendo servers.
Yeah, I heard that it was getting pirated and shit on the Wii U. It's unfortunate.
Part of me like really wants to see all the leaks like badly, but then the more rational, sane part of me is like, you're gonna play it soon. It's gonna be more magical if you experience it yourself. But damn, I've seen some screenshots with like you can find these journals that are written somewhere, and this one journal was actually sent to me by a friend. It's just a little like excerpt from it, and it included some like pretty adult humor in it, like some innuendo in it, and I was not expecting it from Zelda.
Some Zelda innuendo, interesting.
Yeah, so I think they're going like full RPG, man.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Oh, and also, don't try and stay off YouTube. I know that's hard, but people are posting spoilers in the fucking thumbnail, so watch out for that.
What? How are they posting spoilers in the thumbnail?
You see it when you see it.
They take like a screenshot of the game and just put it in the thumbnail, and they don't think about what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I've noticed, I've seen some thumbnails. I mean, this is a minor thing, but Link wearing the Archer getup, like from the amiibo, and I think we've seen him in the trailer with that getup. But
with the black hood thing.
Yeah, it wasn't clear to me that you could even get that in the game. It might have been, like, for me anyways, and there's a thumbnail with a guy wearing it, so it kind of ruined that moment for me, which would have been more magical if I got it myself. But fuck, what are you gonna do? Be careful, be mindful when you're out there on the interwebs. So one of the other indie games that's coming for the Switch is it looks to be like a handheld only game. Is that right? It's called Voz or Voez.
Yeah, it's a rhythm game, which we all love rhythm games in here. Like, I don't know, I play too much Stepmania as of late, and I always try to find like these cool rhythm games for my iPad or my phone or whatever. So that's pretty exciting.
Fucking Elite Beat Agents, man. I love that game. I wish there was more of those. If
that came to the Switch, that would be awesome. Well, if you like Elite Beat Agents, you might like another game. It's from the same company, Rayark, who's doing the Voez one. It's out right now. If you want to check it out before you play it on the Switch, you can get it on Android. and Apple devices. But they make another one called Citus, which is basically like Leap Agents. It has orbs, and you like move your fingers. Voice is more of like a piano type one. The kind of the notes are scrolling straight down, and Citus is kind of like you're chaining orbs and spots on the screen. But definitely check those two out. It's the music is amazing. I love it. Rare makes awesome music.
But what do y'all think about like having a handheld only game? Because the whole thing is like, oh, you can play both ways. Play however you want.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. I think it's good that they're open to letting developers choose like a handheld only version. You know what I mean? Like they're not being constricted with what's coming on the Switch, even though they're kind of like play anywhere. That's to the public, and then like behind the door, they're like, by the way, you can do whatever you want.
I don't mind it, and I don't think people should care about it. I mean, if you don't want a handheld only game, don't buy it.
Easy as that.
As long as they don't,
Yeah.
as long as they show like clearly on the box before you, or on the online store before you buy it, like, oh, this is handheld only.
That's a good distinction. If it's clearly labeled handheld only, I think it's fine. Whether or not they'll do that, I don't know. But in Voez's case, it makes sense because it relies on the touchscreen. You can't like obviously use your TV as a touchscreen, right? So in Voez's case, they don't really have a choice unless you have a 50-inch touchscreen TV somehow.
I don't know about you. I use a smart board for my TV. Just project it on there. You start using the touch screen. Totally works, right?
You fucking run around the room trying to hit the notes, man.
Dude, it's like DDR. You got to get a workout.
Yeah, if it's clearly labeled, I think it's fine. I think. Is there like hubbub about it? I haven't really looked into it.
I haven't looked into it either, but I know that some people were they were like talking about Super Mario Maker when I was listening to Giant Bomb, and about how like, you know, if you have it docked in, you're not going to be able to use the touchscreen, which a lot of people on the Wii U really like using. That was really easy and really intuitive, and you wouldn't be able to do that unless you do it just off of the handheld mode. Maybe it's like handheld for creating stages, and then like on the screen for playing. But they did talk a little bit about that on the podcast there.
Well, there'll always be people that will like they'll pick apart things just to get clicks. Kind of like you see that CNET video of the freaking Switch's stand. It's like a total non-issue that they've made into an issue because it's kind of. I get the feeling no one has quote unquote reported on this, so they're like, they took this guy to the side and was like, hey, we need a story on the Switch. It has to be different from everything that's out there, so find something you've read about the Switch. And he's like, I think he fucking chose a Switch stand or something. But oh my god, if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. Basically, it's a CNET video. The guy is like manhandling the Switch in the most ridiculous way, trying to showcase how the stand on the Switch is like.
They call it a dramatic reenaction.
Yeah, at the very end of the article, they say the video is a dramatic reenactment, but all these scenarios have happened to me while I was testing the Switch, and this guy must be like war vet. Maybe he has one arm or something, because he's going ham on this Switch, man. He's like punching it, and like,
even if he was, there's no reason for that to happen. Like, you don't play games like that. You have to purposefully, like, oh, I'm gonna push this over for that to happen.
I feel like, you know, maybe their complaints are valid, but the way that they showed it is just like, I don't know, because like none of us have the Switch in our hands, so we don't know. But I have heard from Jeff Backlar, who is from CNET, but he's on the Giant Beast cast. He was talking about how the Switch's kickstand was flimsy. He didn't do it like over dramatically, but you know, he did mention that a couple times got knocked over, and he was a little bit unhappy with it.
Interesting. Everything I've seen, it looks totally fine. I guess we'll have to see he does also mention in that article that if you put it on a level playing service, you won't have all these problems. So, like, where was he playing it in the first place?
On his belly.
On his belly, like, he set it up on his his mattress, and his kids are jumping up and down on it. Like, I don't know. It's pretty funny, though. Don't take it seriously. We'll, yeah, like you said, we'll have to wait until we actually
Pretty
have
crazy
the
how it
Switch.
blew up, though. Like, everybody started making videos on it, and it's, like, has a bajillion thumbs downs on it.
But it has the views, and that's what matters. It doesn't matter the content, man. If you get the clicks, get the monies.
Yeah, they've already won.
Aha!
Yeah.
Let's go all along.
Bastards. That's what we need to do. Let's create some controversy right now.
I am gay.
That's
That's
not
not
wait.
news.
No.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
news.
Shit.
Okay, we have to pick something else. What is
Also, nobody
controversy?
cares about me, so.
Who said that?
We all care.
Speak for yourself.
The Switch is going to be good.
Controversial. Oh my god. You heard it here first. The Switch is going to be good. Spread it around. Get us the clicks. Man, so you mentioned you played Stepmania. What difficulty are you playing on?
I play on the max difficulty. Of course, like it like
Shit.
changes depending on like the song, which one's harder, which one's easier. But you know, I'm okay at it. I've definitely no slouch, but I've definitely lost some of my skills over the years.
That's
What
insane.
what kind of keyboard do you have?
I have a mechanical keyboard, Reds.
Yeah, that's not bad. If you're playing on blues, man, your fucking neighbors would be hearing that. Click, 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 clackety, click, click.
Doing some illicit acts with my keyboard. That's what they'd be thinking.
Yeah, I kind of want to play. Every now and then I go back to Osu, but I just like have lost the skills since last time I played.
I'm so bad at Osu. It's not even funny. I don't even know how I'm so bad. Like, my pointer accuracy is probably one of the main reasons why I'm so bad at it.
I actually play with a Wacom pen tablet, so it's pretty good in that way. I don't have to like move my mouse. I just have to hover it over the pad and just go where I want.
I was like, because Osu would be perfect on a tablet, but it's just like they don't have it on there. They have like a different version where you have to like buy songs, which is so dumb.
Someone should like ask them to port that over, or you could create an Osu type game, Elite Beat Agents type game pretty easily. It can't be that difficult.
Well, they have like other rhythm games, but like I want a game where like I don't know, I want to do Osu because it seems like a really good idea on a tablet.
Do you want Osu just because it's full of total like weeb songs?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I get maybe that's the distinction. Elite Beat Agents is like pop culture songs, like pop music, some popular rock songs, stuff like that. And Osu is just all like weeb, just anime music, which is good. I enjoy it from time to time.
What if they made a like sequel to Really Beat on the Switch?
I would love that.
Like,
Okay, there's a prequel to Elite Beat Agents. I forget what it was called. It was like a different title completely, but it was like the same gameplay.
I really like the humor. It was like the music plus the humor of that game that really sold me.
I should probably get Elite Beat Agents because I have Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix. I'm assuming that's
Yeah.
I don't know. Jeff Gersman really likes that, which is why I got it.
Yeah, Rhythm Heaven is a good one, and what's the other one? Rhythm Thief, and it's like a huge title. It's like Rhythm Thief and something. But it's a 3DS one. It's pretty fun. Rhythm games, man. Why are there not more? We can't be the only ones that like them. I bet you it's the licensing issue for the songs is what is the biggest issue.
Rhythm games are like huge in Japan though. Like in the arcades, they are just oh my gosh. Like I went to Round One, which is a it's a Japanese-owned arcade, and they had like a ton of rhythm games. It was so much fun when I went there.
What type of rhythm games are there? Like explain an arcade rhythm game.
So it's like they have like kind of like non-arcade rhythm games too, like Hatsune Miku and like Project Diva. They also have like some other really cool ones. Have you ever heard this one called Jew Beats?
Whoa, you can't say that.
No, it's like little squares, and you have to like press them. It's like, so imagine like and there's also like one where you have to like, there's like these little symbols where you can either press on them or spin them, and it's like they'll have like symbols that'll be like, oh, spin it left, spin it right, you have to press on it, and so it's just like a bunch of different stuff, and they also have like feet incorporated. Like it's kind of like, imagine if every rhythm game was like as interactive as Rock Band, like Rock Band drumming, then you'd probably have like a Japanese rhythm game.
Well, you basically just described like a giant bobbit. Basically, I don't know. Maybe that's too old. You guys know what a bobbit is?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm not alone.
It's only the best party game ever until they came out with the Switch and 1-2 Switch.
1-2 Switch.
I heard
1-2 Switch.
Somebody on Giant Bomb made the connection that it's like Bop It 1-2 Switch.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bop
jerking
it.
off. Like
Twist it.
that's so cringy, man. Like, just think about it. Like the whole idea is like, for 1-2 Switch, is you're supposed to look your opponent in the eye. They're bringing back like human interaction with 1-2 Switch, and then you're milking a cow, which is basically like jerking off, and you're like staring your opponent in the eye while you're jerking off a fucking cow. Like that's so awkward, man.
I think they built in the awkwardness on purpose. Like they know
I think so.
you're supposed to be drunk when you're playing this. I think, right? I mean, how else would you get yourself to play it? It's so awkward, just like looking at somebody while you listen for fucking milk noises and stroke an invisible cock. I mean, shit.
Well, I can tell you, and this is maybe because I'm a flaming homosexual, but I'm not gonna be milking a cow when I'm playing that. I'm gonna be imagining a cock every single time.
That's why you win every time, because you practiced that.
It's your expertise.
Touche. What can I say? I'll probably buy it when it's on sale, but I'm not paying $60 for it.
Yeah,
Dude.
there's like 28 minigames.
Yeah, that's right.
Even the Nintendo like representatives who play it with people, like that Giant Bomb stream the other day, even they know how ridiculous that milking segment is and how embarrassing it is.
That's the point. Got to be the most as embarrassing as
Yeah.
possible.
Maybe it's like, maybe you are right. They built that in so you'll keep talking about it. You go into the office like on Monday morning, you're like, yeah, I was jerking off with George over the weekend with visible dicks on 1-2 Switch. We got a Switch on Friday. Maybe don't explain it like that. Like that. This is why no one talks to me at the office.
You want to come over on this weekend and do a jerking off competition? I'm sure I'll win.
There's a room in my high school where a certain circle of people would like do that, like have real jerk off competitions.
What was that when we were in the same school together, or because I feel
Why
like
did you hear the same thing?
I feel like I've heard that in multiple schools that I've been to.
Whoever gets off the fastest wins.
Actually, the thing was everyone jerked off. By the way, this is our rated podcast right here. Everyone jerked off, and everyone was supposed to spunk on a piece of bread, and the loser had to eat the piece of bread. That's the story I heard.
Yeah, I heard that myth, man. Was that?
This is Canada for you. This is what we do in Canada.
Was that
it's
high
probably school? Yeah, that was high school. Probably total rumor, but it's kind of funny to think about. Oh,
My
Canada.
goodness. This went in directions that I did not expect it to go.
It's called Spunk Bread. That's the game's name. You guys want to play Spunk Bread? So anyway, moving on from Spunk Bread into the detection issues with the Joy-Con is one of the big issues that people are talking about right now.
Detection lag while playing Zelda.
Yeah, it's an issue I'm personally not too worried about, because if there was significant issues with it, we probably would have had like a lot of reports from all the presentations they're doing. Would we not? Like, that's my thinking.
Just like clearing things up, being like, "Hey, we're working on it."
You remember when they first showed Skyward Sword for the Wii? They did that presentation on stage where their motion controls did not fucking work.
I did not get the pleasure of seeing that.
But I don't know. I think it's like that game for me. The motion controls is perfectly fine. So I don't know. I think it's just people blocking. I don't know. Maybe using them incorrectly, or maybe a software problem. I'm not worried about it.
Well, what videos did you guys see? I saw the Game Explain one. That were kind of like, and then I saw the Bunty one. That was kind of. I think you posted it, Hewitt. It was like just.
Yeah, I did.
Kind of explaining it. Maybe you want to go into that.
Yeah, they were talking about how like Bluetooth is easily disrupted by huge bodies of water, aka your body, your big fleshy bag of water. So because the sensors, the Bluetooth sensors on the Switch controllers are, probably to preserve battery, a little bit weak. If you're putting it like, maybe you've got your hand wrapped over it on a spot that, where it's emitting the Bluetooth signals, it'll kind of disconnect because of that.
It's something that that could be fixed in the future, just with like a firmware update on the Joy-Cons themselves, or they can adjust that with software, but you would get like less battery performance from the Joy-Cons themselves. So yeah, maybe something we need to consider when we're playing our own Switches in 78 hours.
That's a lot of Stardew.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be a huge concern. Maybe I hope it won't be a huge concern. I could be wrong, but I think more people would be outspoken if it was a big issue.
Yeah.
It's my take on it.
And also, it's a problem with the Joy-Con, so if it is like a critical failure of hardware or something, you could probably end up buying new ones eventually that are better.
Yeah.
And ideally, you don't want to spend more money.
Or you have the, like the Wii Motion Plus or whatever. Joy-Con Plus!
Oh, God. I don't think that was a plan by Nintendo to make money. I think they just didn't engineer the Wii remote correctly.
Oh, well, technology advances so fast. They probably just ran out of time to develop the Wiimotes, probably.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You want to have a Joy-Con that doesn't disconnect? Well, we got a product for you. Come use the Joy-Con Plus.
Whoa, what would it look like? Would
Joy-Con.
It be like another, like, double-sided Joy-Con that's just filler in between the Switch and the Joy-Con itself?
If they had to do something like that, they'd probably just like extend the side of it, like with a SLN or yeah.
It turned it into a fucking Wii U gamepad all over again. Ice cubes, marbles.
Hey, say what you will, but I've heard it's actually pretty incredible.
Oh yeah,
ice cubes and marbles,
when you put it inside of you, ooh.
Well, it's not quite what I was thinking. Joysticks would get in the way.
That just adds to the pleasure.
I'm kind of surprised they put the HD Rumble in the Wii U Pro, or not, fuck's sakes, Switch Pro controller.
Is it in there?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I mean, it has the amiibo thingy on it also.
Yeah, I remember that. I also ordered one of those.
I should order it, but like at the same time, I spent so much money on peripherals.
Well, so far I have 2 Switches, Pro Controller, every single amiibo, a Switch
Every
case.
single amiibo.
Yeah, I ordered all the amiibos. God
Oh, are you serious?
That went up
Yeah.
since the last time we talked.
damn it. Well, I ordered you amiibos too, and then I got amiibos for myself.
Wait, why did you order all the amiibos?
Listen, if this was a reasonable thing to expect from a human being, you wouldn't be questioning me right now. It's irrational because
He wants it, okay? He just wants
I actually like. Yeah, I want it. I actually like the amiibos. I was totally uninterested, but I'm kind of buying them more as figures, not amiibos. Because I got like a bunch of Dragon Ball Z figures now, and I kind of am into figures at the moment.
Oh my god, the addiction is real.
Yeah, I'm gonna be not right away, but I'm gonna be buying all the Zelda amiibos. I can't, this system and this Zelda, I'm going all in. I want to be the collector of Breath of the Wild.
I'm like really interested in building a physical library too. I don't know what
Those
it is, man. I'm
cartridges?
just yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm just like super interested in Switch right now.
came around a pocket full of fucking cartridges. You show off to all the ladies. You check out this game, Splatoon. Get your panties wet.
It's gonna make you ink all over yourself.
You might be onto something.
The next thing you know, you're gonna be wearing like a chain, a chain of cartridges around your neck, showing off to all the ladies your collection.
Well, you gotta show off your practical too. So I would probably put all your Switch cartridges in a fanny pack. So show off your awesome Switch collection and show off that you're stylish and organized with your Switch themed fanny pack.
You know those belt clip things that they used to put cell phones in, like Dwight Schrute does on The Office? What?
Yeah.
What if you just had a belt full of cartridge holders for Switch games?
Even better, you get, because they have those coin dispensers on belts, and so just get like a coin dispenser that dispenses Switch cartridges. Just walk around. Here you go, Splatoon, and we're gonna get. Good thing we live in like decent areas. Dude, that
You
around
would
Detroit,
get
man.
beat up the moment they saw you. Get
Yeah.
mugged.
How's that any different from now? It's my face, man. I just have a punchable face.
No argument here.
So that's the Switch, and yeah, expect more Switch news. It's coming. It's right
This
around
is
the
the
corner.
last
Man.
podcast before it comes out.
That's right. You will never hear from us again. If you do, we'll be in the news because we are deceased. We died playing the Switch. Like that guy who did the charity stream a couple days ago. Rip.
It's definitely like that brought up a lot of conversations about the I guess a living environment / habits of streamers.
That reminds me of our grindathons in MapleStory that were often 24 hours long.
You guys went
Yeah.
hard. Was it like whoever went 24 hours would get the 10K NX, or whoever went the longest?
It was like last man standing.
Who
Yeah, if
won
you're
those? Like, I know Constantine won one, right?
yeah, I know he has won one for sure. Not one of the other people too. I forget who. I think maybe that French guy at one point.
Oh, Francois.
Yeah, that Bowmaster.
You gotta get up and stretch, man, and drink lots of water, and don't drink fucking monsters.
Yeah, if you're a streamer, take a moment to just get the circulation going. Because if you're just sitting down for hours, your blood is basically not moving. That's not good. You can form blood clots, man.
I don't know how people can even do that. Like, I start to get uncomfortable in my seat over, 3 hours.
You don't need energy drinks to stay awake either. Like, that's just dehydrating you. If you're drinking energy drinks, freaking moderate it, and then drink lots of water as well, because it's just dehydrating you when you're drinking it. And you can stay awake doing other things, like go for that walk around the block, or freaking chew on something healthy like carrots or something. That'll keep you awake for just chewing.
A giant black
Prune.
Yes. Plums are delicious.
Yeah, plums are delicious. Although it's hard to get a good ripe one. Like a good ripe plum is delicious.
Nectarine, I love nectarines. Delicious.
I don't think I've ever had a fucking plum.
You've had a plum.
I don't think I've had... Is that a big raisin?
Raisins come from grapes, FYI.
No, grapes
Right?
come from...
No, raisins come from grapes. I'm right about that. Am I right? I'm pretty sure.
I've never seen a green raisin before.
That's true.
Well, yeah, you are correct. They do come from grape.
Yeah, plums are just plums, man. They don't make anything from plums except seeds that you used to plant. Plum trees.
Isn't a date a fucking plum? A dried plum?
I don't know.
No, a
Getting
date is
into these fruit anatomy, I'm getting a little uncomfortable.
A date is a dried.
A date is something that doesn't
prune.
exist in my life.
Yeah. Oh shit. Just take a moment. Take a moment for you.
Rest in pepperonis.
So then, is a dried fucking orange a fig? What is a fig?
A fig is just a fig. A fig Newton is made from figs. A fig Newton is that like Egyptian fruit that looks like a vagina.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be eating
Somewhere like-
those all the time now.
It's like one of those aphrodisiac fruits. Anyways, moving on to relevant information. Here, which you may not have any dates, but you have other exciting stuff that's happening in your life. I hear that you're going to be able to go to the Game Developers Conference.
Yes, that is very true. I'm going to be going to GDC. I'm not going to be able to. I am shelling over the money to be, get entrance. It's not as glamorous as you would think. It's a destruction in my wallet that has already been destroyed. So I'm basically running a car over my wallet now.
I think it'll be worth it.
There might be some Switch fucking developers there. You never know.
Yeah, I'll definitely bring back the deets, take some pictures, and have some stuff for this podcast. Though I'm sure we'll have plenty of news for this podcast next time with the Switch in our hands. But I'll let you guys know of any stuff that we haven't heard about there. I'm very excited. I'm mainly going there because I want to kind of network and get to know what kind of people are around in the area. Maybe some people are looking for, prospective candidates for hiring. Who knows? Maybe a community manager of some sort. Who knows? But I'm going to bring my resume, get up in a nice dress shirt and tie, go present myself, let people know that I am looking.
You're gonna whore yourself out is what you're saying.
Yes, let them know I'm available. I'm in the market, free.
He was ready, willing, and able to do anything you ask. Present yourself like a shady Craigslist ad.
That's just gonna be my resume, a Craigslist post. Print it out.
Brilliant. I'm assuming that you're gonna have a blog post on your website.
Yeah, for sure. I've been pretty lazy with that lately. Like, not lazy, but running out of ideas. I actually have a new idea for my series, Will It Play, which I was going to make today, but I ended up wanting to do some stuff and make the story, and didn't get to that. So that'll be out tomorrow.
Yeah. I checked that out. It's really, it's a good way to get your creative juices flowing, and because you don't really know if your idea is good unless you share with other people and get feedback from it. And it's something we do on our Discord channel all the time. We just kind of go through a kind of mini game development creative process. We just spit off a game and get mechanics and see if it works. And yeah, the Will It game it's a good idea. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's the next idea that I'm thinking about is related to like maybe apprenticeships inside of a game. Like in order to learn skills and progress, you have to learn it from somebody who already has the skill. Like let's just say you start off as a certain class and you get certain skills as that class, or you get to choose a subset of skills. Anybody who wants to learn those skills in the future after they choose their subject class, let's just say like you start off saying I want to be healer, so I'm going to learn heal and I'm going to learn like some buffs. Well, if you don't select those skills and you want to learn those skills, you're going to have to go do a quest with a person who has those skills mastered.
Yeah, I like that. It really gives you it gives you more meaning behind the skills rather than just getting them all willy-nilly. You kind of have to like choose what you want and really work to get it. And you could even have like more difficult skills actually behind difficult quests, so you actually truly have to work to get them.
Yeah, and you have to work with another person who has the skill already. So it's like, working, like encouraging people to play with one another, which MMOs nowadays don't really have too much.
Sounds a lot more immersive than the regular way to get skills and shit.
Yeah, I like that. Check out Hugh's video for more on that.
Yeah, it'll be up tomorrow.
I was thinking you should like do a Periscope when you're at the GDC. Take Periscopes and stuff.
Periscope. I could. That sounds like a lot of data though. A lot of data.
They would have a Wi-Fi there for sure.
We'll see, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see all this stuff, but like I'm really gonna have to push myself to talk to developers and stuff, and just put myself out there, market myself, make myself attractive, pretty myself up.
Just walk in there and do a mating call right away. Establish dominance.
I was about to do a mating call, but I would feel like nobody would want to hear that on this podcast.
I'll find something out. I'll find something online and just insert that in. Another big thing that's been going on recently is a couple things that are really negative. First off, the US's administration is trying to get rid of the net neutrality again. So if you can reach out to your representative in whatever state you're in, county, I don't know how it works in America, but express your discontent, or it's just content, right? Express your contempt. Oh my god, I'm bushing this. Say you don't like it. Say you don't like this thing.
Just say I hate it.
Because net neutrality is very good, and they're trying to get rid of it. Like, basically, it's for a part of it is just making sure ISPs are giving you the right information. If they say you get 5 megabits up, then you get 5 megabits up. You don't get up to 5 megabits. So it's all about just honest, like giving the consumer the correct information, and they're trying to fight that. So it can be really ambiguous. So that was already in place, and they kind of turned that around to get rid of it. And then another thing is the right to repair stuff. The big corporations like Apple specifically are trying to get rid of your right as a consumer to repair the products you purchased. So, for example, if you bought an iPad and you eventually broke the screen at some point in its lifetime, you could buy a donor iPad for super cheap on eBay, take the good screen out, and put it in your iPad. And they were trying to say, like, you don't have the right to do that. It's like, it's our product. You're basically leasing it from us. If you want repairs, send it back to us and we'll do it. Or send it to an authorized dealer and they'll do it for you. And I think that's really shady. I think if you bought the damn thing, you should be able to work on it however you please. If I buy a Switch, I want to be able to repair it if I have the means.
If I buy a Switch, I should be able to mod it and hack it however I want it.
Who is doing this?
Well, that's a good point.
Like, I thought Apple did that already, right?
Apple Well, it's not against the law right now, but they're trying to make it against the law.
Oh, they're trying to make it a fucking law over everything?
Yeah, it's just to try to remove retro repair. Like, I don't know, an obvious example is like a laptop repair shop. You could buy in bulk a bunch of broken laptops, and you could disassemble it and take the good parts and keep them for repairs that come in as business, right? And they're trying to not let people do that, and that's a big business. And I'm talking specifically repairing. Modding and like hacking is more of a gray area because that can lead to illegal stuff. If you're able to mod it and do things like increase performance.
Play Zelda.
No, not necessarily. I'm talking about legal things. Increase performance, gain settings you wouldn't otherwise have, like change the brightness higher than you would be able to, stuff like that. I think you should be able to do. But hacking your system to mod it to get like emulation going and then downloading ROMs or downloading leaked Wii U ISOs to play in emulator that jumps up and down in the sea, dolphin, then I think that should not be allowed. I mean, obviously, because it's illegal, right?
Well, if you do it like everybody, like a normal person, a good Samaritan, like one of us, you would buy the game and rip it so you have a digital library, and then that's completely fine.
I think you should be able to do that for sure. If you purchase the game, you should be able to back it up and distribute it in your own personal way, like not distribute it to family members, but what if you have multiple houses? Then burn multiple copies and put it in multiple houses. That's an example. I don't have multiple houses.
Yeah, that should be
multiple houses. What are you talking about, Jesse? Don't we all have multiple houses? We're making bank off this podcast.
I made my fortune selling illegally burned Wii U discs. I know, the irony is incredible.
Did anybody ever make a fortune off that?
Good point. I made my fortune burning HD DVDs back in the day when it was Blu-ray versus HD DVD. I was being paid by companies to shield HD DVDs. Didn't work.
I made my fortune by rewinding cassette tapes that people were too lazy to do themselves.
But you had to do it by hand. That's the difference.
Yeah,
they wanted you to do it by hand.
You know how many fucking pens I went through?
I actually did it with my penis.
That's small.
I take that back. I did not do it with my penis.
Cassette tape, not VHS. Even that's too small. God.
Explains my nickname in high school, Pencil Dick. Just kidding, that wasn't my nickname. So right to repair is something, another thing, it's all political stuff, but whatever. Something you maybe should care about. Might not affect you now, but it might affect you later.
Nobody's gonna say shit to any senator or anything, because, too much work. Probably.
Well, I urge you to not be lazy in matters that could potentially
you
affect
should go out and speak up about it, but ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, maybe someone will. Anything else you guys want to bring up?
Really pressing.
PC Gamer just updated their Stardew Valley post saying that PC will in fact have multiplayer first before any other platform.
Stardew Valley multiplayer, that sounds juicy.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Juicy like a plum. Alright guys, so yeah, that brings us to around an hour here. We like to keep it around that mark. I think it's a magic number. If you want to check us out online, you can go to mapleoverbacon.com. We have all the podcasts up there with unique art for every single episode done by not yours truly, but Landon.
Mine truly.
By his truly.
Myself truly.
You can also find the podcast on iTunes. Just search Overly Subjective or Maple Over Bacon. You can also find it on the Google Play Store. Just search the same things there. If you want to contact us for whatever reason, there's a contact us page at mapleoverbacon.com.
Yeah, you can find me at my Twitch stream on twitch.tv/meselectshiru. But you can also find me over on Twitters at MisoXTrue and on my blog, which I will be posting the next Will It Play episode on there tomorrow on www.objectivelysubjective.com.
I'm no longer in alleyways behind 7-Elevens.
He's been adopted.
Yeah, I'm safe and sound in loving company with dogs running around now. It's a nice environment.
With rabid dogs.
Shelter? An animal shelter?
Yeah, that sounds like an animal shelter, actually.
There are cages, but I'm not specifically going to go into where it actually is, okay?
Oh, you're one of those, you're in an alleyway in a shelter. Like the alleyway in between cages, so you're still in an alley.
Well, it's a nicer alley. There's fewer needles.
So there, Landon's all safe and sound. This is the first time we've actually live streamed the podcast, so if that goes well, maybe we'll keep doing that. I know he would probably go straight into streaming that Maple Story right after this.
Yep.
So if you ever listen to this live, you can shoot right over to his live stream, MisoXTrue, and we might do that in the future if it all goes well. All right, thanks for listening, everyone.
Peace out.